Oh, come on, Dave, you got
I was right. You know I was right. Oh, come on. Hey, Maxine, how you doing?
Oh, David, hi. Here, grab some menus, and I'll be with you in a minute,
Okay, thanks a lot.
Sure, really. Oh, man. Yes. No taste, no taste.
I don't know why I bother looking at this. I always order the same thing anay.
Scrambled eggs on toast.
Talk about boring.
Really?
Give me a break. I know what I like, so shoot me. Todd, what are you having?
No, I'm either gonna have the grilled cheese sandwich
Number 11.
or a ham omelet.
Number 14.
Thank you, David.
How about you?
I think I'm gonna have the chicken soup.
Number 4, a fine choice.
What is it with you and numbers today? I'll have number 18.
18. 18 is a hamburger.
With lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise.
Yes, and I will just have a tea.
Tea? Oh, give me a break. You have to have something else. How about another hot dog?
No way, no hot dog. Perhaps I will take a slice of cherry pie.
Number 21, cherry pie. You got that, Dave?
I heard him. Have you decided yet, Todd?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a grilled cheese sandwich go with my first choice.
Good old number 11.
Okay, all set here? I bet I know what you want. Your usual scrambled eggs on toast.
Do you know what it means to be in a rut?
And you want a grilled cheese sandwich.
Whoa, how did you know that?
And you have a bowl of chicken soup.
How did you guess that? Have you been telling her our orders?
How could I? I mean, I've been sitting here the whole time, right?
What do I want? A hamburger.
That's right. Okay, but how do I want it?
Lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise.
Have you always been able to do this?
It comes and goes. Some days it's easier than others.
So you know what I'm having, don't you?
A slice of cherry pie. The cook's specialty. I'll have all your food for you right away.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That is weird.
Yeah.
You've been coming here for years. Have you ever seen her do this before?
Okay, Eddie,
we got
two on a raft. Rack 'em. Grilled cheese sandwich, bowl of chicken soup, one hamburger with everything.
You got it.
Take care of the cherry pie.
This is the United States. The next story takes place here, in France.
Chantal and I are in eastern France, near the town of Saverne. 200 years ago, a series of towers was used to relay secret-coded messages. The moving arms formed patterns that sent messages from one tower to the next. We came to find out exactly how this system of codes worked.
Bonjour, monsieur. Qu'est-ce que vous faites?
Bonjour. Moi, j'observe les signaux émis par la tour précédente et j'annonce au manipulateur le numéro du signal correspondant.
He says that he observes the signals coming from another tower and he announces the numbers corresponding to the signals to this lady, who emits another signal to a third tower.
So they're sending a message or they're
Yes,
receiving a message. So what's the message?
Quel est le message?
Je ne le comprends pas.
Oh, she doesn't understand it.
Si vous voulez connaître le code, il faut vous adresser à la 3e tour. Là-bas, vous trouverez un monsieur qui vous l'expliquera.
we can go see someone else at a third tower who will explain the message to us because he knows the code.
Oh, the code, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Merci.
22.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. On voudrait savoir si vous avez les codes. On nous a dit dans la tour que vous aviez les codes pour les signaux.
J'ai les
là-bas.
codes et je peux même vous les expliquer. Asseyez-vous.
Ah, c'est formidable.
Alors, pour bien comprendre, il faut d'abord que vous sachiez comment l'appareil marche.
This system of signals was invented by Claude Schaap at the end of the 18th century. It connected 29 cities and ran over 3,500 miles. From Strasbourg to Paris, the system used 44 telegraphs. A messenger on horseback could deliver a message from Strasbourg to Paris in 4 days. But using the Schaap telegraph, it took only 6 hours.
To really understand, he's going to explain to us how it works.
How
To
the
us-
machine
How
works.
the machine works,
Oh, okay.
right. To understand the code.
Alors, un grand bras et deux petits bras. Et en dessous, un monsieur qui, avec un deuxième appareil, fait marcher ses bras pour former des signaux géométriques.
There's one big arm and two little arms, and there's a man downstairs that we
Right.
saw who operates a mechanism which makes those three arms take geometric positions, which are signals. So you can put the big arm vertically or horizontally, and you can give the small arms 7 different positions. All of that makes for 92 basic signals.
Okay.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'on va faire de ces signaux? On va s'en servir pour chercher la signification dans un dictionnaire.
Okay, these signals are used to find the meanings of them in a dictionary.
A regular dictionary?
No, it's a dictionary that's especially made for the Schaap
Oh,
telegraph.
so it just has the signals and words, not definitions.
Right. So what happens is they send off a first signal, which would be this, let's say, and that means 11, page 11.
Okay.
And so he opens the dictionary and he looks at page 11, and then they send off another signal, which would be this, and that means line 16. And so he goes to line 16 of page 11, and he finds the word bataillon, which means battalion.
So the man in the tower is making the machine make certain signals that correspond to numbers in
Right,
the dictionary.
exactly.
Oh, okay. Why send 2 numbers and not just 1? Isn't it easier to send 1 number?
Pourquoi envoyer 2 signaux et pas seulement un? C'est pas plus facile d'envoyer un seul signal?
Non, parce qu'avec 2 signaux et un dictionnaire comme celui-là, je peux transmettre plus de 8000 combinaisons différentes qui permettent de donner autant de mots ou de phrases que je veux.
Because with 2 signals, he has a lot more combinations. He has over 8,000 combinations, which enables him to make up any word.
When we meet and greet each other, there are signals we recognize. Your eyes, a smile, a wave, a wag, a rub, a hug, a kiss. When we meet and greet each other, there are signals we all know, even if you don't understand the words.
Konnichiwa. Hola. Yasu.
Assalamu alaikum.
Zdrasте. Namaste. Merhaba. Cześć.
Howdy.
You understand? Hello. Computers are very good at cracking codes.
I'm in Boston to see how different computers crack different codes. Dr. David Tiki is an expert in one of these computers, a reading machine.
Hi, I'm David Tiki. Do you have a nice trip?
It's of special interest to him because David is blind, and the reading machine can identify printed letters and change them into spoken language.
This is the room where we can do the demonstration.
Hi, I'm Mary Harrington. Hi, Mary. I'm Deborah.
Deborah, why don't we sit down here?
Wow. Which one of these is the reading machine?
This is the reading machine right here.
This big box? It looks like a copying machine.
Well, it may look like a copier, but it really is much different, and it does something much more difficult than copy. It reads.
It'll read out loud?
That's right. Would you like a demonstration?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take this demonstration sheet, and I'm going to put the print facing down toward the scanner. Pull this mat over it, and I have the top of the page near the right side of the scanner. And here is the keyboard. And I have to indicate to the machine that the top of the page is near the right side of the scanner. So I have a control here.
Right side up.
Now we're ready to begin reading. So I press this key.
Scanner moving to top of page.
The machine is telling you what it's doing.
That's right. So we'll sit back, relax, and listen to what's written on this page.
Good morning, everyone. I am the famous Kurzweil reading machine. Some people think I use a dictionary to look up the pronunciation of each word. But I don't. I read exactly the same way you do. First, I look at the letters on the page and try to recognize them. Next, I group the letters into words. Then compute the pronunciation of each word using a set of phonetic rules. Finally, I turn the sounds into speech for your listening pleasure.
And I stop it there.
David, did we just hear a tape-recorded message that goes on every time you turn the machine on?
No, definitely not. This machine was converting the print on that page into speech.
I mean, what we heard was on this page?
That's right. This is the page which we just read.
You're right. Good morning, everyone. I am the famous Kurzweil reading machine. That's what it said.
That's right. And the way it works is when the camera moves across the page, it sends a picture of each character, each letter or number that it sees to the computer. And then the computer will recognize the letters, group the letters into words, compute the pronunciation, and turn the sound into speech.
Is it difficult for the computer, or can it recognize everything accurately?
The machine can read several different types and styles of print, but there are some things about different characters, different letters, which can make things difficult for the recognition. But the machine will actually learn. The more characters the machine sees of one type of print, the better it'll do. And I can give you a demonstration of that.
Oh, that'd be great.
Mary, do you have something?
Yes, we have a book here that's in a different type style.
Okay. This one's darker, a little bit more fancy, and smaller.
But we can take care of that. Now, putting this on the scanner.
At the same time that it's reading the material out loud, it'll be coming up here on the monitor screen. So you'll be able to see the errors that are made in the recognition. And also you'll be able to see how the learning process takes place.
Okay.
We all ready?
Yes.
Scanner moving to top of page, looking for the first line.
You'll see the text on the screen before you hear the speech.
Charles Dickens. C.H. Fugis Dickens was born at Portsmouth on 7 February 181. He was the second of the 8 children.
Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense.
Well, maybe not right now, but I can understand a little bit of
Pay
this.
office, whose mother had been in Sais to Lord Crewe. Although J. on Dickens was hard-working, he was rarely able to live within his income, and this brought a series of crises upon his family, which lived under the shadow of menacing social insecurity.
Now you notice it is getting better. It's getting more accurate. It is literally learning. It is gathering information on this type of print, and it's now got a better and clearer idea of what these characters look like. And the machine will also read in 6 languages. It'll read in English, Italian, Spanish, French, German, and Swedish.
I wonder if you could do the opposite thing. If I could speak and another kind of machine could print it.
That can be done, not by this machine. What you're talking about is voice pattern recognition. Would you like to have a demonstration of that?
That would be great.
Solid.
This computer cracks a verbal code. It changes what we say into a command to do something.
Hey, that's really neat. You made a house just by telling it what to do.
Richard Goldhar shows me how it's done.
Can I try that?
Well, I'm not sure that it would recognize you.
Oh, come on. Let me try it.
Sure. All right. We'll see how it does.
Need to start by putting this on.
Okay, better make it smaller for me.
All right.
Okay.
All righty. And now, why don't you try saying add rectangle.
Add rectangle.
Try it again.
Add rectangle.
No, it's not doing very well. You see,
Wait a minute, did you tell it not to listen to me?
no, but you see, it's expecting to hear my voice, and it's not understanding what you're saying.
Oh, well, can't we teach it to understand me?
Sure, we could do that. Why don't we back out of here, and we'll train it to understand what you say.
What are you
The
doing?
first thing that we're going to do is tell it that it has to learn how you sound when you say add circle.
Add circle.
Good. And now edit color.
Edit color. Edit color.
Good. And now we'll give it some colors to know about. Why don't we begin with red?
Red.
Okay, and now you say set up screen.
Set up screen. It's starting.
Okay. Now, why don't you try adding a circle?
Okay. Add circle.
And then edit color.
Edit color.
And then pick a color that you like.
Red. Oh, a big red circle.
There you go.
But Rich, how come it couldn't understand when I was telling it before, and then after we trained it, it could understand my instructions for drawing?
Well, the voice system is an interface to this drawing program, but at first it didn't have any samples of your voice, so it couldn't translate what you said into commands for this program.
Wait a minute, Rich. What's an interface?
Well, an interface is like a translator. It takes one code or one set of symbols and translates them into another set of symbols.
So it translated from my voice to instructions to draw a picture.
That's correct.
These interfaces or translators are pretty neat systems. Before, I saw a machine that took printed text and changed it into spoken language, and this computer does the opposite. It hears what I'm saying, which is speech, and changes it into commands to draw a circle.
Right. They're all translations from one system of code into another system of codes.
Wow. At the Berklee College of Music, David Mash, chairman of the music synthesis department, shows me how he makes music by putting a bunch of sounds together with computers. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Deborah. How are you?
All right, this music sounds terrific.
Thank you.
Did you compose it?
Yes, I did.
Wow, what's the name of your group?
Well, actually, there is no group. It's just myself and the computers.
You made all this music? I see the piano keyboard, but where are all the other instruments coming from?
Well, first of all, this really isn't a piano keyboard. This is a computer keyboard.
This is an ordinary computer keyboard just like that one?
Exactly like this one.
So how did all the instruments come out?
Well, the instrument sounds are stored in the various computers, basically. And what happens is there's an interface between this keyboard and these computers, which are called synthesizers, which is called MIDI, which is the Musical Instrument Digital Interface. And when I play a note here on this keyboard, the computer then sends a code to the synthesizer's computer up here, and we hear a musical sound. It's actually like recording it, except instead of recording it onto tape, we're recording it into the computer's memory as numbers.
Oh, so all these things I hear, like the phone ringing and water pouring, those are all things that you sampled and put into the computer?
Yes. In fact, I can take all the different sounds away. So I'm going to take out the bass line and the slow strings and the piano part.
Yeah, now all I can hear is the natural sounds that you recorded. Wait. There's the water pouring and dogs barking. Can you put anything into the computer?
Anything that you can hear. In fact, I could put your own voice in. In fact, we should try that. We can put your voice into the computer, and then we could play your voice from this keyboard, and we can make a piece of music. Okay, all we have to do is for you to take this microphone and speak right in there, and nice and loudly, and when I tell you, and then we'll record your voice into the machine. Okay.
Contact.
Okay, and here we go.
Contact. 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 Contact.
Okay, so by adjusting the amount of time that you press on the keyboard, you're actually adjusting the message that you're sending to the computer of how much of its stored sound to play.
Sure. When I first press the key down, a message goes out that says, turn contact on. And it stays on until I let the key up when it says turn contact off. So it goes on, off, or on, off.
I see.
Contact.
How about 3, 2, 1?
Okay, let's do that.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Contact. 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 Contact.
Now, if we want, we can make a whole piece of music out of it. We can add all the other instruments to your sound of your voice, and we can use your voice as like the kind of basic track.
Okay.
So I can go over here and add a bass line.
Contact. 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 3. Contact.
Okay, and now if I want, we can add some vibes. And now some drums using the drum machine sounds.
All right.
So now it's this drum machine that we're hearing.
Oh.
And now we have a whole piece.
Contact.
We've seen how different computers change information from one form to another, from written to verbal, verbal to visual, and from simple sounds into music. All the computers are doing basically the same thing, cracking codes. They change information into electrical signals, which can then be changed into print, pictures, or sound, voice, or music.
Contact.
Yes, it's true, though.
Is everything okay over here?
Fine. Come on, Maxine, tell us how you did it. How were you able to guess what we were going to order? What's the trick?
Well, when you've been a waitress as long as I have.
Please, Maxime, it is really driving me crazy. I mean, I really want to know. How do you do it?
Well...
Okay, we'll tell you.
We?
Oh,
You were in on this, Dave?
Of course.
It figures.
I know. You signaled her. You told her what we wanted to order. But how?
I'll show you. Here, Debbie, pick something out of the menu.
Okay.
Okay, now whisper it in my ear. Maxine will guess it.
You want a chocolate milkshake.
Oh, I can't
That
stand
was
it.
right?
Yes! You touched your fork. I saw you. Il a bougé sa fourchette, t'as vu?
You touched your fork.
Right.
Oh.
You see, Maxine and I worked out a code. It was a numbers code. Everything in the menu has a number, from 1 to 50, and Maxine's memorized them.
Right.
Okay, so each one of my fingers stood for a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. If you order number 4, I touch my number 4 finger to the fork. If it was a 2-digit number like 19, it would be a 1 and a 9.
What about something like 83?
8, 3.
90.
90's harder. It's a 9 and then a 0. My fist.
All right. I understand that. But how did she know that I wanted everything on my hamburger?
Ah, now that was a stroke of genius. You see, if I touched the ketchup bottle, that meant everything. Lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise.
That's pretty clever. You came up with a system of signals that let you communicate without words.
And we only thought of it yesterday. Imagine if we had a little bit of practice, we could...
No way. Once was enough. I don't know how I let you talk me into these things.
Why do we hang around with you, Dave? You would drive anyone crazy. I mean, I thought Maxine was a mind reader.
Hey, Maxine, do you know what this signal means?
You want the check.
Right. And guess who's paying?
David!
Bye, Dave.
Hey, guys!
Bye, David.
Come on, guys.
Bye, Dave.
Later, Dave.
Hey, guys, can't you take a joke? Todd!
321 Contact is a production of the Children's Television Workshop and FR3.
Thank you.